All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm going to make some some fry bread. Self-rising flour, some milk. Okay, so I'm just going to start with 2 cupfuls of self-rising flour. I'm not going to make more than that because it's just me and Dad. So there's 1. Okay, that's 2. It wasn't a full cup, so I went ahead and added a little extra. Okay. I'm just making 2 cups. And then you need the extra flour for all your mixing. I mean so things are not sticky. All right, so flour's in there.
We're using powdered milk instead of regular milk.
Oh yeah.
How much would you use?
Normally I eyeball it, but if you're gonna make, it depends on how much water you put in there, because for every cup of water, it's like a 1/3 cup of powdered milk.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but since I am doing it just this way, and like I said, I have 2 cups of flour, so I'm probably gonna add half of that in liquid, I think. So here's my cup, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a cup of milk. And here I'm gonna nuke it. I'm gonna microwave it just to warm it up a little bit, not to make it hot, just to, I'm probably not gonna use that much milk, but I might, I don't know. Okay, cup of milk, I'm gonna warm it up just a little bit in the microwave. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we got our flour in there, self-rising flour. I've got some milk. It is warmed up a little bit. It's probably might be a little too warm, but I think it'll be fine. No, it's fine. It's just like I put it on a minute just to warm it up. All right, so a little sugar. I like to add a little bit of sugar to my fry bread. I just kind of eyeball it once again. It's probably like a teaspoon. Okie doke. Okay, let's see, here's the milk. It's a cup. Let's just go with this. Let's just go with the milk. Let's see what happens. Okay, this is 1 cup of milk, and I definitely am going to have to use the whole thing, I think. Ooh, okay. Okay, so 2 cups of flour to 1 cup of liquid. This is a perfect kind of consistency, yeah. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to roll this out. Not roll it out, but I'm going to go ahead and mix it a little bit. I'm going to put it here. Spread this around. Okay, so I don't knead mine too much, because I think if you knead it too much, it gets just like when any bread, it'll get too hard, like too sticky or something. So I'm gonna grab some flour, put it on my hands, and then start kneading the dough. Just till it was a little smooth. 7, 8, 9, 10. It's about 10. Yeah, this is a ball in Kiowa. I don't know how to say it in Seminole.
Fry a ball.
Fried a ball. They're probably, well, I was going to say there's probably another name for it.
To be, right?
Well, I don't think they're going to call it fried a ball, but yeah, but yes. But yes, okay, see. So it's kind of, I've kneaded it some, but not tons. I'm going to put it back in here to rest for like 30 minutes at least, so that leaven can, work on it. So I have the dough sitting in there, and now I'm going to cover it with something. Anyway, just put this on top, and if you like, sometimes they dampen it.
Oh, yeah.
They'll dampen it and put it on. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to let it sit for 30 minutes or so. Okay, and then I'll get the oil ready pretty soon.
What kind of oil are we using?
I'm going to use what I have on hand, which is, I have canola oil.
We're gonna have large.
Yes, that's true. Most people are going to use oil, so we're going to use our canola oil because it has a high heat point. Okay, that's enough. It's only like it's barely halfway up. I'm gonna turn on the heat. I'm gonna turn it to probably a 4 on this stove because this really gets this one gets really hot. So I may have to turn it down as I'm cooking. Most likely I will. Okay, so that timer means that it was 30 minutes that I had this sitting. So let me go ahead and take off the tea towel. And by the way, that is Copelli, I think. I think that's the name of this little guy. And so here is my dough. It's risen just a little bit, as you can see. Okay, so and that'll help it rise whenever it's cooking. It won't be like too flat. It'll have a little bit of puff to it, which is what you want in yummy fry bread. I've got my my oil getting hot, and I'm going to start making my balls for the fry bread so I can roll it out. My partner, my daughter left, so it's just me now. It's just me. Let's do it this way. You can do it one at a time, or you can do it this way and cut it into equal parts. And I have this thing to help me. My fry breads will be about the same. This is not necessary, but I just think it's going to help me. Okay, so I've got 5 pieces of fry bread here. I think that's enough for me and my husband. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of put them into a little bit of circles here. Everybody does it differently, but that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to ball it up, kind of make it a little bit fluffy on the top or rounded. Put some flour over there. Because when I roll it out, I definitely want it to be round. So it'll be, reminds me of doing pizza. Let's see. I always tell my girls just do it like you're doing a Play-Doh circle. That's what I tell my grandkids too. So all right, so I've got these 5 pieces. This first one's kind of small, so it'll go fast while but while the oil is heating up. I'm going to go ahead and let me check that real quick to make sure it's. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's not hot enough yet. So let's check that. Okay, so here's the oil, and I've only had it on for like a couple of minutes. So yeah, there's no steam coming up. There's no reaction when I put the flour in there, so it's not hot enough yet. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. That'll speed up the heat, and then I'll turn it back down. And I have a bowl ready over here. I have a glass bowl here with with a paper towel in here to catch any extra oil right there. So let's see. First one here. I'm going to go ahead and get my rolling pin and just start flattening it out. Okay. Okay, I don't want to just use the rolling pin. I just want to use that to help it get it flat. So I'm going to use my hands now, and I'm going to kind of just poke at it, flatten it a little bit more. Then I'm going to lift it up. I'm going to do a little bit of pulling and stretching, just gently, just to, because you don't want it really thick, because I don't want it to come out like a disc. I want it to puff and to be a little bit thin in places. And so I'm just kind of doing it that way. I'm going to do it like this and stretch it out a little bit at a time as I flip it. Okay, I might do this a little bit. I think this is perfect. Okay, and actually I'm going to put a hole in the middle because that's going to help mine not to puff up in the middle. And one of my cousin's wives showed me that, and she was from California, so that's what she used to do. She's the only person I ever saw do that. So we're going to go put this in the oil now. We'll fry our first fry bread. Okay. All right, let's see how it does. I'm excited. Just be careful because that oil is hot as fire, and I'm going to actually turn my heat down to back to 4. Probably under 4 because this, like I said, this gets really hot. And it's puffing up pretty good. Ooh, it looks good. And honestly, I mean, it's been seconds. So I'm going to flip this as soon as I see it. Just kind of like a pancake when you see all those bubbles pop up, then you know it's open. And I see the brown, it's golden around the side. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it over now because I've got some puffage. And oh, there it is. Look at there. Perfectly golden brown. That's the color you want. Anything darker is probably too dark. Anything lighter is probably too light. So this is perfect. So even barely a minute here has this fry bread been in here. I'm going to check the bottom. Oh, perfect. Almost too dark. Okay, shake off the excess grease there, of course. Just be careful to hold it tight and put it in here so it can catch the extra grease. And I like to stand mine up like that. I'm going to go get another fry bread and make sure my heat's a little bit lower than it was, and we're good. Going to take my next one here. And this takes a little time. Usually I have my husband or someone helping me flip the fry breads. But it's just me right now. So I'm gonna get a little more flour, sprinkle it here. And since my heat is hot and I don't want it to get even hotter, I'm gonna kind of go a little fast. Pull. This one's a little bit bigger than the other one. Okay, that's perfect. And I'm going to put that little hole in the middle. Once again, put it in there like that, very carefully. I'm going to push that down because I don't want it to get a big bubble like that. Put it in there, and I'm going to go back. Okay. Careful. Shake off the excess and stick it in there. And we are done. Okay, so there is the fry bread. There's 5 pieces of maybe about 6 inches fry bread, maybe more, I'm not sure. But they look really good, and they're going to be delicious with our chili tonight. And then when I'm done with the chili, I'll probably eat some with some jelly, or you could use honey, but I like just jelly, and I usually like to do grape or strawberry. So that's what I'm going to eat mine with tonight for dessert. Okay, so that's how I make fry bread. Since I went ahead and measured a little bit today, I discovered that it's kind of a 2-to-1 ratio if you use self-rising flour, like 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of your liquid. I used milk this time. I used a teaspoon of sugar in there. And then for the oil, I just kind of filled the skillet with a canola oil, almost halfway full, so my fry breads would float good in there and they would, have a nice puff to it. And I think that is it. That's how I do it, and it usually comes out, really good, and it's going to be delicious. Now you have the recipe, and now you have no excuse not to do it yourself.